There it is. It's on 30.
Yes, sure.
I'm ready. I'm on? All right, I made it. Welcome back to the Hat House, guys. Good to see you. Listen, some Stormy Chromers. Those are awesome hats. Usually they go for like $20 to $25 if they're in really awesome condition. They can go for more than that. Those are great hats. And the story behind them is really cool too. Put down in the chat what your favorite hat find or sale this week was. And then we'll get started on this box. One other thing, we are so close to 1,700 subscribers. I think we're like 4 away. So if you guys haven't shared with your friends or your other hat lovers that you know, please do that. Try to build up our subscribers a little bit more so we can keep giving away awesome hats, so we can keep doing this because I want to continue to keep rolling. Appreciate you guys so much. This live is live. So let's check out what we got in the box. If we see something really cool in here, make sure you call it out. It might be the one we gave away. Last week we gave away a really cool, it was a Playboy, vintage Playboy rope hat. We got it sent out, and also we gave away the elf hat. So both of them claimed the hats. Really glad that they got that. They got the elf hat right in time for Christmas, which was awesome. And it's kind of interesting to see what we got in here. Got another box on the way too, so it should be here in time so we can go live again next Tuesday night. We're going to try to keep it on Tuesday nights. I think it'll work out a little bit better. But let's see what we got. Yeah, those were really cool hats. You did an awesome tape job on this one. And I recovered from our sales decline today. We sold some really cool hats today. Mighty Ducks went out today. Went out for like $50. There was a $70 hat. What was it? Do you remember?
The Mighty Ducks, wasn't it?
No, there was another $70 hat that we sold. She'll look it up. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But we made it back. Sunday was depressing, but also cross-listed a bunch today on Depop, and excuse me, Depop went really well. Already got like 3 or 4 sales off of Depop today. It is one of my favorite backups there. So it's a really good platform as well. And also you can send offers out on Depop now, which really help with the conversion rate and getting the sale there.
It was the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, and the Dodgers. It was the Sports Specialty script Dodgers went out. That's what it was. Went out for like $70. So it was great. First up, we got a Pendleton with the ear flaps on it. I don't know. This one's pretty dirty, but it's pretty cool. Pendleton made out of wool. Definitely a vintage Pendleton right here. That might be a good hat if it can come clean. It's pretty old. Check this out. Bullhead City Sunshine Marina flat cap. Then we got another flat cap. This is just a vintage flat cap. Most of the time those are 10 to 15. There you go. I got a Stormy Cromer. There you go. What are the chances of that? This one's 7 5/8. This one mine is missing the string though. So hopefully I can find another little shoelace or something to put in there and fix that up. But missing the string is not good. But still, it's in pretty good condition. Sometimes the builds get really bad on these Stormy Chromers, but this one's in good shape. Just needs a little cleaning.
I said sold a nice Stack and Bills cap this week.
What kind of cap?
Stack and Bills.
Stack and Bills, yeah. Here's another. This looks like a Stormy Cromer, and it is. Check this one out. It is a little different. This is like duck canvas, which is, I'm assuming it's going to be waterproof. This one is different. Usually they're wool Stormy Chromers, but this one is this one's different. It's got the duck canvas on it. I have not had this one yet. Still a good size on this one too, 7.5. That started off good. And another vintage Eddie Bauer winter hat. Busted bill though. That's gonna be a tough sell. And my favorite locomotive hats. This one will be good. Schlitz malt liquor with the horns on it. Oh man, there is a buyer out there for that, I'm sure. Somebody needs that.
Wool hats are selling well.
Yeah, the wool hats are doing really good right now. Another Stormy Cromer. So there's 3 Stormy Cromers. One's going to need a little fix up. This one's 7.5 as well. I don't know.
Horns.
Do you have more Stormy Cromers you're listing? Because I might be your direct competitor here soon. Then a cycling cap in here. And then this is just an REI 4-panel cap. All right. First up, we got a Nike. Oh, looking in the wrong camera. Nike United States Olympic Team. It's a really good hat. Deja Vu Snow Girls. Here's another. I'm going to guess that is a brothel type hat where the party never ends. These hats, you just don't know. Sometimes if they're really hard to find, you want these hats. They're $30, $40, $50 hats. That's a really cool one. Nike with the run on it. Featherlight hat. That's a good Nike. Oh, wow. Nike Cheer. Vintage Nike Cheer. Got the vintage Nike label in it. That I have never seen that before.
It's a strip. That's a strip club.
Yeah. Strip club. Do you know where it is? It doesn't. Usually it says the city or the town on it, but this one didn't. What?
It's dirty content.
Yeah. I don't know. YouTube might ding me on that one. This is a crooked skater hat. These are really cool. These usually do pretty well.
Says it's in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Polo Ralph Lauren, Polo Sport always does awesome. Polo Sport stuff with the flags on them, we go for $50, $60, $100 sometimes. Mine is rough. It's faded. I'll probably get $20 still back out of it, but really good condition. Always pick up the Polo Sport stuff. It is awesome. Vintage Bud. Broken, well, just kind of a creased bill. Vintage Bud hat. There's my man. Hopefully this one comes clean. And it is exclusively designed by Ken Griffey Jr. Always looking for the swingman. Ken Griffey Jr. stuff is always really hot. Sells really well. Good price on it. And if you have the only hat like this that are out there, you just don't know. It could be $40 or $50 easily if somebody wants that hat and wants to replace their hat. Mine's a little dirty. Hopefully I get it clean. What brand is this? Never seen this brand. It might be just like a streetwear brand. 10 Deep. I think that's what it is. It's got some knuckles, or what are those, brass knuckles on there. This one is different. It's a 5-panel cap. It'll still do really well, even if it's like an off-brand. 10 Deep. I've never seen it, but that might be a really good streetwear brand. Have to look it up. They're really nice. Arizona Diamondbacks. That'll do really well. Won the series. Look at that color on there. I've never seen that kind of colorway like that. Good size too. 7 1/4. Really cool hat. What do we got here? Carrots. It's just a Carrots dad hat. There's a carrot on it. It's branded Carrots. Never seen it before in my life. Who knows? TTL. This is interesting. It is on the Ebbetsfield flannel, which is always a plus. Typically, even if I can't figure out what TTL stands for, being on Ebbetsfield flannel and beautiful condition makes it at least a $20 or $30 hat. If that's a cool logo on there, could be a $50 or $60 hat. A lot of companies reach out to Ebbetsfield flannel and have them make their hats. And so they can do really well, even if they're kind of obscure companies on there. It's got a leather strap back too. Ebbetsfield flannel is awesome.
Thrifty Realtor said I just sold a CCM hat with that, I don't know, something effect on it.
Oh, you saw, was it a hockey hat? Or did it say CCM on it? Yeah, that CCM stuff is kind of like the MLB logo. Those do really well. Or the NBA logo just on the hat. It was really, really cool design. We got the Orioles, just a regular Orioles, 7 1/4 fitted. Is this a vintage Glock? I think it is. This is a really good hat right here. Yeah, it's just on the vintage Yupung tag. Rope vintage Glock hat. That will do awesome. A lot of times I will put the Glock stuff not on eBay either, just because I'm paranoid, but I think it'd be fine to list on eBay. But a lot of times I'll put this on Depop. That's a really cool hat. We got a regular Carhartt. We got this in the last box too. We got another one, just dirty. 1998 World Series. Padres and the Yankees. I'm assuming the Yankees won that one because I don't think the Padres have one. Really cool vintage hat. Blurry when I move it too fast? Okay. I'll slow down. Chicago Cubs. 7 3/8. Regular. This one's wool though, so that'll be pretty good.
Do you list Remington and Winchester on eBay?
I do. I've never had a problem with the vintage Remington or Winchester hats. I don't know. Glock, I'm just kind of paranoid about that one for some reason. Never had a problem with it, but I don't know.
And then 6x6 asked, is that a USA?
This one, this Olympics hat?
No,
This is what a USA.
I think. I don't know the block, maybe. I don't know. Made in USA, I think, is what he was asking.
The Glock, if it's made in USA, it was Dominican Republic. That's the one you're asking about. Still,
the new era.
Oh, the new era. Yeah, made in USA. Wool on the authentic tag. All right, we had a cool.
You're like Sheldon dressed at the Flash. Bro, slow down.
Trying. Take a deep breath. I don't want to move too slow either, though. Sometimes. We got a KVU hat, all over print with the daisies on it. I've never had a cool printed KVU hat. So hopefully it'll go for more than $15, having a cool print on it. Hopefully I can get 20 to 5 out of this one since it's not regular. But it's a really cool KVU hat. Dallas Cowboys, just a regular new era fitted. We got this one's cool. Just doesn't have a tag in it, so I don't know exactly who made it, but this is wool, suede bill, vintage Seattle Seahawks. It's got the NFL on the clasp on the back and the leather strap back. Just no tag on the inside. I don't know how much I'll try to track down who made this, but I'm going to guess it's Drew Pearson that made it. It looks kind of like a Drew Pearson late 90s hat. I bet that does really well. That's a really cool hat. Someone will want that. Living Single? I don't know. That kind of looks like In Living Color, or back in the 90s. This one's got me stumped. I don't know what a living single might be. Was that a TV show? Mary's going to the Google. Maybe we can figure it out.
Yes, it was a TV show.
TV show in the 90s?
Yes.
Well, that might be really cool. It looks like 90s colors and stuff. Anybody we know?
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah was in it. Should have known that. All right. Good news, bad news. This is the Kings on a D cut, but it is Mitchell and Ness. Kind of dirty, but this hat will still sell really well. This would probably be one that I take the time to wash really good and put it in the steamer. I should probably get still $25 out of it if it's still clean enough. But being a D cut, this is just really hot right now. This and the kind of like the lightning bolt ones are like two of the hottest styles right now. Everybody is trying to get their hands on. Check out Travis Kelce. And a lot of the trends just go to what you see people wearing on TV. There's a lot of people wearing the D cuts on TV. And Travis Kelce is wearing a bunch of vintage hats on TV and on his podcasts and stuff. And when you kind of see that stuff pop up there, if you can stay really in tune on it, you can mark your stuff up in time before everybody makes it to eBay to try to find what everybody's wearing. Sometimes you'll get lucky. But this was a really cool hat.
Someone said it was a Cosby spinoff.
Cosby spinoff. That makes sense. Regular Patagonia. Just sold a Goodyear hat like this for about $20 just the other day. It was pretty dirty though. All right, one down. That's pretty good. There's some pretty good ones in there I've never seen before. Fitzroy Fish, Patagonia. Another LA Dodgers. Same as that Cubs. Same time frame. 2010-ish, maybe a little earlier. Made in USA wool. This is a good Dodgers hat right here. Oh boy, I haven't run across Marlboro stuff in forever, and the Marlboro stuff is still really hot. And I don't know if you guys hang out on Whatnot much or go there very often, but the Marlboro is still on fire over there. People are paying up for the good Marlboro stuff. It's a Marlboro racing team. Sold it for $30 to $40 in the past. It might be more now. It's really heating up. But just kind of knowing the market. The bill is a little creased. I don't know if it's broke, though.
6x6 said he sold the Marlboro for $65.
$65, yeah. Man, the prices are keep going up on that Marlboro stuff. The Camel and the Cool and the other cigarette hats haven't been doing very well for me at all, but Marlboro seems to still be doing well. Funny trucker hats. My wife is a cross between a bulldog and an Indian. Oh, this one may not be good at all. Anyways.
Can you sell those on eBay? I'm assuming he's meaning the Marlboro.
The Marlboro stuff, yeah. No, not a problem at all with the Marlboro stuff on eBay. Next up, we've got a good Logo Athletic Chicago Bulls. And a lot of times these patches come off. These patches are just glued on to begin with. And
Inside.
I don't know where I put it. But what's it called?
Fabric glue.
The fabric glue, just a quick stitch. It works fine on it. I thought I had the bottle over here real close. I was going to show you, but they can glue back on really easy. And I would just wait till after I got it cleaned and dried. These patches, you can just glue them back on. They were glued to begin with. And the glue you're putting on is probably better than what it ever had on it to begin with. But still, it's an easy repair. It's not like having to repair a snap or something. Just glue it and it'll be good in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Izzy said, thanks for sharing the knowledge related to hats.
I try. There's so much in here, it just comes spilling out. Team Suzuki stuff, awesome. Suzuki and Yamaha. Listed a Yamaha hat the other day. They do really well, especially in the vintage. The bright colors still doing real well too. basic Oakland Raiders hat. Oh, who is that guy? This guy was on, it says Spitfire. I could have swore this was on that hat that we tried to look up. I'm totally blanking on who it is, though. But he was on like that. It was a red hat. It says Spitfire. That's not what I'm thinking of. This is like a skater hat, too. Well, if I think of it later, I will. But this is a really good hat. This logo is on another something that I can't think of what it is right now, but I'll think of it. Teddy Fresh Rip and Dip. New brand to me as well. Rip and Dip. I'm going to get the skater brand as well. I might be wrong. Really cool pinwheel. Nice colors on it, though. We got a vintage High Heavenly Grounds Sahili. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Sahili golf hat. Really cool hat right here. If we can get it shaped up. It's in a New Era 7.5. 80th PGA Championship. What year was that, I wonder? That's got to be 90s. Sahili golf course. Well, here's a good one. Just beat the crap. Nice script. Cleveland Cavaliers. It's on the sports specialties. Wool. Damaged button. Pretty dirty inside. Moth holes on it. I mean, still moth holes here. Still probably $30 cap. Just depends on how much time I decide to put into this one. I usually don't put a lot. I'll probably get it clean and then I'll get it shaped. But that's probably as far as I will go. I probably won't mess with the button or anything and try to get it sold for $30. But really cool hat.
Party Mike said, according to the interwebs, Spitfire is the logo of a skateboard company.
Yeah, there was another connection though. I'll look up the hat that I sold. But yeah, skateboard company totally makes sense. And skater hats will do great. This is the vintage Dallas on the vintage champion tag. It probably won't do that well. Probably still like $15. I just don't see much demand for that hat.
Because how do destination hats sell? I am finding a lot of Destin, Hawaii, Vail, etc. hats.
If they're vintage, they'll do better. Like vintage truckers that still have good foam in them. If they're just like the basic dad hats that somebody has just slapped Destin Florida on it or Orlando, it's usually around a $10 hat. But the older truckers that are in really good shape, especially the ones with rope, or if you're finding ones that have floral all over print on them, then definitely pick those up. Those are $20 to $30 hats. But the regular dad hats, and somebody asked me the other day what a dad hat was. This Dallas hat is basically a dad hat. It's not structured, and dad hats basically don't have a structure in them. And they usually have a strap back on a dad hat. I mean, some have snaps, but usually it's a strap back dad hat. And if it just was a dad hat with the destination on it, it's really a $10 hat. All right. Lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. Funny trucker hat. Like I said, these have not been doing the greatest unless they're like an awesome shape. They've just been going for like $10 as well. They're really cool and really nostalgic, but just not really hot right now for some reason. This season has the puff paint on it. Just not getting a lot for these anymore.
6x6 said, I find destination dads are better sellers if Southwest geography, Colorado, Arizona, etc.
Yeah, that is true. Colorado does really well. That's a good point. Next was a Featherlight, just regular Nike Featherlight hat. All right. Who knows what this logo is? And it sells fast because they're new. and there's not a whole lot of merchandise out there for this team. If anybody knows what this team is, there's just not a lot out there. I think they're only like 2, maybe 4 years old, somewhere right around there. They're not very old at all, so their merchandise is not in abundance. Sells really fast. There we go. Seattle Kraken. Good call. So this is doing really well. If you ever find Seattle Kraken stuff, I mean, it's not going to be $50, but it sells fast because there's just not much of it out there yet. And this was only on, like I said, the Fanatics tag, but I will still ask $20 to $25 for this just because you can't find much of it. All right. Everybody should know what this is, but I think this is like a kids baseball team, though. It is the Expos. It says Expos on the back. Usually really good, but this is, I think, some kids league had this made, and it's on the Richardson. So this probably won't be the greatest, but it is a really cool Expos logo. Look how fat the embroidery is on it. It's really good, though.
This guy asks, he knows you do the unboxings, but are you getting these hats from your guy sight unseen, or are you getting pictures of them before you buy the lot?
It's all sight unseen. I'm up to probably 30 or 40 boxes that I've bought from him, maybe more. And we just know he knows what I want to sell. He still picks a little bit off the top of what he picks out, but he sends me what he knows would be have a good selling price. He tries to keep it a majority of it above $20. Sometimes he has to send me the $10 stuff, but he usually tries to send me everything between like $20 and $50 sales price. And then he will take some of the good stuff that's like $100 or more. But then sometimes I got that Kanye hat that almost sold the other day. That's $100 or $200 hat. But sometimes I'll come across some of that stuff too. And just a good relationship. He knows where the margins kind of need to be with us. So I can keep buying the boxes and keep selling them. And so he keeps getting paid and I keep getting paid. So that's kind of how it works out. John Deere, always great. Just needs to be cleaned out. This one has the, call it scrambled eggs right here. Some people call it leaf, call it scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs, John Deere hat, usually around a $30 hat. That's a good one. Basic North Face, Oregon Rose Bowl, easy, quick, $25 right there. If the white will come clean a little bit, this one's a really good one. I think the same guy buys them from me every time. He spends $25 every time on any Oregon Rose Bowl stuff.
It ain't a full box of 3 stripes.
Yeah, no. Vintage Pepsi hat. This one's really cool. Nylon Pepsi. This one's definitely 90s. And then I got the market cornered here on some KVU hats. Looks like a lightweight KVU hat. This is going to be up to like 3 or 4 KVU hats now. Another lightweight KVU hat. And then a canvas KVU hat. I don't think I could pull off the KVU look. I've never even tried one on. Definitely not trying these on, but I might. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be my look. Then a regular North Face, easy $20 there.
What sells better, Coke or Pepsi?
I think I get more for Pepsi. I think the Pepsi is a higher selling price, but I think the Coke sells faster. Just kind of, it seems like there's more abundance of the Coke stuff. There's more of it out there, and there's just more competition, so the price goes down a little bit. And there's just not as much Pepsi stuff, and so the sales price stays a little higher, but sometimes takes a little longer to sell. That's what I found. All right, 2 more rows. My goodness. Another Ebbets Field flannel. This will do awesome. It's a 5-panel hat. Ebbets Field flannel. Seriously, pick these up. And if you ever find a really cool Ebbets Field flannel, make sure you message me because I want one, but I just not have found the one I want to keep yet. This one says Emerald City on it.
It's on the inside.
What do you mean? Oh, noob? Is this, I don't know. This might be like That is different. Where's Emerald City? You gonna Google that one for me? Is that not Wizard of Oz?
Mm-hmm.
Wizard of Oz is Emerald City. Maybe it's from Kansas. Now, this has a harp on it. It just says Ireland. This one is different. Dolman clothing. We're going to learn a few things in this box. A regular Patagonia bison hat. Another funny.
Seattle, Portland.
Seattle, Portland. That makes sense. Another funny trucker. Senior citizens. Doing the best with what I have. All right. The vintage new era wool. Chicago White Sox. This will do really awesome since it's still snapback. Really clean inside. Be a great hat. I can't wait for baseball to start back. The sales prices go up a lot higher. Right now they kind of dip down to where you're selling fitted hats for like $15. And once the season starts, you have a really good fitted hat. Getting $20 to $25 is a whole lot easier. But when you're out of season on hats, the prices just go down. You just got to kind of monitor what league is in season and what time, and kind of price accordingly. This one says certified. I'm going to assume a trucking company, but I'm not exactly sure. Nice trucker hat. Two more Patagonias. Vintage baby Jordan. Well, maybe not vintage, but get the Jordan here. The baby hats do awesome if they're clean. This one will be a challenge. Everybody loves to buy baby stuff. Which is the baby one? Oh, my first fitted. They're like new era hats that are size 6. Make sure you put in the title "My First Fitted" when they're like size 6, I believe it is. They sell really well. They do really awesome. Everybody likes to buy their kid a matching hat to go along with theirs, and they'll pay $20 for those My First Fitted hats. They're really cool. A vintage USA Atlanta starter hats. Really dirty. Good luck getting it clean. REI. This is a modern REI.
It says Baby Jordan ? Harold Miner ?
Yeah, Harold Miner. He was Baby J back in the day. We got a sports specialties on the best-selling team I know of, the New York Yankees. This one, the problem is going to be, it is sports specialties. The problem is it's fitted, and there's no size in here. So that's going to be a tougher sell. But still, I think I can get it looking pretty clean and get it cleaned up. All right. Seattle Mariners. Retro. Cooperstown. 7 1/4. This retro logo does a lot better for the Mariners as well. That'll do really good. Vintage Seattle Seahawks. Starter Pro Line. And this one is actually Flex Fit. I have not seen a Flex Fit starter hat that old in a while. That is different. It's a pretty cool logo on the front, though. That'll clean up good. Vintage Reno corduroy will be awesome. Reno, Nevada. They do really well. I think that snap will be fine. That'll be a good one. This one will be good if it comes clean. Nike USA flag vintage. Vintage Nike hats always do awesome. We can get it clean and shaped up a little bit better. That is a really cool logo right there. Another Patagonia Bear. Got a Nike Golf with the tag still on it. Very rarely do I get that.
6x6 put Reno corduroy ribbed for your pleasure.
Vintage LL Bean. It's got the light in it. The light is not working. It's always Oh, this one's pretty dirty too. This might have to go in one of my lots. Maybe somebody else has more time to clean it and change the battery. So I don't know. It's probably a $20 hat, but it'll take some cleaning and a new battery to get the light working.
We had a new guy. He wants to know how do you find boxes of hats to resell.
This one is just I've just got a relationship with somebody that I buy these hats from. Where I started was just going on eBay and buying lots of hats. In my last video, I talked about Whatnot, and I do still source every now and then from Whatnot. But you're talking about getting into hats for like $5 or $6, and when you're buying hats for $5 or $6, you really got to know exactly how much that hat's going to sell for. So the best thing to do right now is wait for it to warm up and do the garage sale season thing. My local Goodwill is terrible. I could never find a hat like this at all. And any of my Goodwills, they're all cheap hats. So really, starting with the garage sales, looking on eBay to find good lots. Do what?
Flea markets.
Flea markets was really good for us in the beginning too.
Bad Daddy Mo says, who has to clean all those dirty hats? You or Mary?
It's usually a team effort, but it's usually 75-25, I would say. I scrub them all down and I get them washed. Mary helps me dry them out and put them up. But maybe she'll disagree at some point, but I think that's the breakdown.
I would agree.
Sports specialties, nice. A's are going out too. I think A's stuff will start heating up. The A's are going to move to Oakland, right? Or they're getting close.
They're leaving Oakland.
They're leaving. No, they're going to Las Vegas. Is what I meant to say. They're going to be leaving Oakland soon. So I'd be interested to see if their merch changes up any, which will be good for the resale business because anytime they kind of phase out certain styles or logos, that will be really interesting to see. But this is a really clean trucker hat. This is from the 80s. Sports specialties. Really good one right here. I like that one a lot. Ed Hardy, if you resell much other stuff, clothing or whatnot, this is a pretty decent brand. Ed Hardy hats also. Of course, the louder, the better. Can make this got a cool fish on it. Make it a $30 hat right there. Regular Patagonia. Nice Buffalo Bill with the alternative logo on it. That'll do well. Another regular Patagonia. And the last one. Racing Worldwide. Another Yamaha hat. Will do great. Oh no. We got San Francisco New Era Diamond Collection fitted. These diamond collections, just want to do whatever you can not to get them too wet or to wash them. Kind of like I talked about washing hats, and it's usually fine for 90% of hats. These older diamond collection and New Era, you don't want to wash them if you can avoid it at all. If you can just clean them off, you want to do that. But this one's really super clean on the inside, just kind of dusty on the outside. This will be a $30 diamond collection. San Francisco Giants.
Park Strike Jack says, how long have you guys been on here?
On where? YouTube or eBay or on this live? A nice Chicago White Sox 2005 side patch. That bill's all messed up. And then we may not fly.
Tubes.
YouTube, it's been like 3 months. That's all we've been doing, the YouTubes. Really grateful. What?
I told you a thing about.
Yeah, I try. Really grateful that we were able to take off quickly and get to almost 1,700 subscribers. So I really appreciate you guys. And I really appreciate you guys tuning into the live, checking out the hats. It's really fun to do.
Says, do leather hats sell any better? Says they look like they would, but I have not seen you comment about them.
No, leather hats aren't that great. Typically, one, it's hard for them to stay in good condition. People usually just don't buy them to wear very much. They're cool to look at. Some people buy them to like sit for their collection, but I have not had good luck with either the sales price or them selling very quickly. Some of them look really cool, but they just take forever to sell and usually don't sell for that much. Especially like I sold a Chicago Bulls leather hat the other day. I think it was like $15. Finally, I had it for almost a year in my store. Had it priced for $30 or $40. It was really cool. It was in great condition, but sat there for a year. Finally sold it for $15. I just don't find they do very well.
Artsec Jack said that he was the 47th subscriber. I was telling my old lady, I'm like, they are at most 2,000 already. It's because you're doing the Lord's work with 6x6. And then Gus said I was an early 2.
I appreciate you guys. Got to keep going. It's tough. I'm sure y'all have made some YouTube videos as well. It's not easy. One, to try to get the new people and try to do something different, but not the same. But then everybody also wants to see the same because they do want to see what hats are selling. But then you got to think, do I want to try to do something a little different for the people that haven't seen our channel to try to get them to come to the channel? It's a lot. I'm going to stick to definitely hats that are selling, definitely hats that are coming in and talking about hats that sell really well. And I don't want to stray too far off the original plan either.
Gus says you're doing hats right. Other YouTube hat peeps putting out bad vibes.
Yeah, I'm trying. This is the awesome Desert Storm hat. I will not budge off of $25 for this one. One, it is on the young end. That hat, I will probably ask more than that. I will probably get a million offers for $15. What? But I'm not going to budge on this. I really like it. It's really great shape. It's a beautiful hat. Awesome patch on it. I'll probably get a bunch of offers, lowball offers, but this one's a really good one. 25, I'm not budging.
How long have you been selling hats, and are you going to show your clothes sales?
Probably won't ever get to the clothes sales. It's just not that. It's hard to do. They're already all bought. They're already all packaged up, and really, there's not a whole lot of cool stuff in there. Honestly, most of the clothes that we sell, they're just basic clothes, and I don't want to say Nike shirt, Under Armour sweater 20 times. I think hats are just cooler to talk about most of the time. And if I might throw in a cool sale every now and then if I sell something really cool, but it's just kind of few and far between on our clothing. So I have a feeling this one might be really good, but I don't know what it is. NTF. Oh, what's the North Face? The North Face. All right, I got it. I see the North Face right here now. This one's wool. This one's a little different. I bet that's a $25 hat right there. It's different. Wool is doing really hot right now. We got an Oregon Border Control. There you go. That we may not put that on eBay anymore either, but that is a super cool hat. That one will do well if I can find a place to sell it. Oregon Border Control. Got to clean it out though. Still a really awesome hat. And it got all over this hat. Great. Which I'm pretty sure this is Washington State Cougars. Vintage New Era fitted. Cool hat. Then we got a Seattle Seahawks. This is called the Grid. This is a grid pattern. You want to put grid in your title. If you ever come across, sometimes they have the full grid. Sometimes they have the grid on the bills. Still, it's only a $15 hat, though. The grid patterns aren't doing too hot right now. They're pretty down. I wish this was Patagonia. I don't think it is, but this is the Patagonia. I think it's Kavu. Yeah, it's Kavu. But Patagonia makes one kind of like this. It's vintage. It has kind of the mesh on the sides. The duckbill. That would be a $50 to $70 hat if it was Patagonia. I doubt the Kavus are selling for that much. But this one is vintage. It might be worth looking up. But I'm going to guess it's a 20 or 30. But if you find the Patagonia, the vintage Patagonia with the mesh fishing hat, You want to grab those. They're $50 to $70 hats. We got a Miller Lite with the Hawaiian all over. That'll be really good. All right, then we got the San Francisco Giants. Nice wool. This is a different color than you usually see. Hopefully I can get it shaped up as well. The shape on it's not really that good.
Gus was talking about the previous hat. The patch on that hat alone will sell. Lots of Forest Service game worn patches sell on eBay. I've sold a few.
Yeah, I sold a. What did we just
It
sell?
was a B-52 or
No, we sold. What are the people that are in the prison system?
parole officer, not parole.
It was a
officer.
parole officer.
Mhm.
It was a parole officer patch that we just sold.
And
He sold for like $15.
Artie asked, do you follow the Auction Professor or Tekken Sports?
I know of Tekken Sports. I know of Auction Professor. I don't really watch any YouTube videos anymore. The only YouTuber that I really will watch is Lonnie at Shed Flips. I will watch him just because I enjoy his content. He seems like a really good, honest dude that's been doing it forever. And I just like seeing all sorts of stuff that he sells. I don't really watch anyone else. Just kind of try to do my own thing. But I know of Tekken Sports. He sells a lot of hats as well. Sells a lot of sports clothing. And I know of them, and I know of Chris and all that. But and Auction Professor, I never really got into all the ephemera and paper and stuff like that he does. I don't really like antiques as much. I like vintage clothing, but the antique stuff just really not in my wheelhouse. This is a really cool Eddie Bauer. I think this is going to end up being vintage Eddie Bauer. Can do really well. A lot of the Eddie Bauer stuff goes overseas, goes over to Asia. Vintage Eddie Bauer can go for $30. I think this one will too. 80% wool. Really nice Eddie Bauer hat.
Gus put Lonnie's videos are so stinking long though.
Yeah, he does. He does make them long. I like to cut mine like I like to do sale. Talk a little bit about what we want to talk about, and then sale. He has a lot of time in between picking his orders and stuff. But I get it. Cutting those videos is where it gets exhausting. Making all those cuts in between there. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue to do it the way that I'm doing it. But he's been doing it a long time, though. You got to give him props.
6x6. I sold a hat.
What hat did you sell? Here you go. This is the one you want. This one, I promise you guys, I will do my very best to list this hat by tomorrow, and it will sell for at least $30 in 48 hours. At least $30. Nike SB 5-panel, beautiful condition. I don't know. Do you want me to be a hard ass about it though and make them pay $40 or $45? Because I think I can sell it for $30 pretty dang quick. This is a great one to look out for. I think that's reflective as well. Nike SB. Nice hat right here. 5-panel. This one will sell super quick. Should I hold out on that one or not? 45, hold out, he says. I think so too. Maybe I can get 45 by Sunday. Maybe by the time my next video comes out on Monday. Regular Patagonia, orange. We'll see what it sells for. It'll be interesting. I bet this one does really good if it's vintage. Hawaiian Punch with the Hawaiian all over it. So it does have Eugene, Oregon for some reason on it. I don't know if it's actual Hawaiian Punch. That's a pretty cool hat. USA flag hats, vintage trucker. Like I said, $10 hat right now. These aren't doing too great. Regular Columbia fishing hats, 5-panel fishing hats. The McDonald's. You'll see these all the time out there too. And they're really only a $10 to $15 hat. Don't get overexcited on the McDonald's Olympic stuff. I mean, if you want to take $2 and make 10 or 15, super cool. I do it all day. But this one, is not the best hat, and sometimes it sits forever as well.
David just picked up a Buffalo Bills 5-panel hat that I've never seen. Can't find one like it.
Who made it? I guess will be my next question. But yeah, it might be really awesome. U.S. Mail. We don't put these on eBay either. Don't put the U.S. Mail on eBay. North Face, regular North Face hats. And then we got another Fish and Wildlife hats.
This New Era.
New Era 5-panel Buffalo Bills. That'll be really good. I would stick to 40 to 50. That's probably where I would start. Like I said, may want to do a little more research on it, but that would be a really cool hat. Somebody they'll pay up for that.
Parkside Jack said, I hate hearing resellers say, I know it will sell for 45, but I priced it at 30, so it will move fast. Why not 40 or 45 since you know it will sell there? Drives me nuts.
Yeah. All right. I'll put 50 on it and take 45.
Where do I find comps if there's nothing like it on eBay or Google?
Try different teams first. Try to go to a similar team. Look up Miami Dolphins. Look up Denver Broncos. Look up all the NFL teams. Type in that NFL team 5-panel. I would leave out even New Era for right now. Just try to find something similar, and then if you find something similar, then maybe try with the New Era, and try to use those different combinations of the keywords to try to track it down.
So he wasn't talking about you, Parkside Jack said that.
Oh, okay.
6x6 said, I always wanted an Eagle McDonald's Olympic when he was a kid. Then as an adult, it's worth nothing.
Right? Exactly. Echo, the one that laughs is a cool patch trigger hat. This will do pretty good. Who are the Monarchs? That is, it says London Monarchs. Is that soccer? I thought it's got to be soccer. That might be a really good hat. It says World League. I guess there was World League football. Oh man, this might be really good. Sometimes you just don't know on these things until you get in there and look at it.
Professional American football team in NFL Europe.
NFL Europe. That is a cool hat. That might be worth something. All right, I think I'm about done here. Have y'all thought of which hat would be the best to give away? All right, Nike True. Have you put in everybody's name?
Yep.
Nice Nike True hat. Nike True usually does pretty well. And then we got old Spuds McKenzie. He still holds strong, even though the Bud Light brand is not doing great as a whole. It's bounced back a little bit. Spud McKenzie's still doing okay. He's keeping them alive around $20. All right. I think that's everything in this load.
Yes, we're doing one out of this box. Right?
Yeah, one out of this box. And no, not the Nike SB hat.
Bud Light.
The Spuds McKenzie corduroy?
Let me save you some time next time, Mary. Spuds got nothing to do with that move.
Yeah. Oh, there were some cool ones in here. How about
I like the bright hats.
the bright hats?
Spark sector.
The Miller Lite was
Miller
pretty
Lite.
cool. The Hawaii. I don't know. This Hawaiian Punch was really cool too. Maybe I can get it. Let's do this one.
I'll do the Miller Lite.
All right, the Miller Lite. I'll go ahead and clean it up and shape it up too. I'll run it through the steamer. I think it'll make it look a lot better. It's a nice Hawaiian hat. Really cool. It's it's vintage, made in USA. Snaps are good. All right, Mary, take it away. Let's find out who's going to win a Hawaiian Miller Lite hat.
I'm getting there. Give me a second. All right, you ready?
Loading. Enhance.
I'm ready.
All right.
Going.
Artie Mike. All right, Artie Mike. Make sure I don't think my email is in the description yet, but I will put it there. Make sure you email me, and I'll email you back with the secret word that you're going to have to comment, so we make sure that it's you. But I'll get this one washed at least, and we'll shape it up, and we'll get this one sent out to you. Make sure you email me back. And then we'll go through whatever questions we have. We'll hang out for, what time is it?
7:55. Do you sell knit caps, mats?
Yes, Mary does most of the shipping on that side, so you don't see them a lot in our videos. But we do a lot of beanie hats as well, and she does a lot of those. Most of those sell, really, their sell prices between $8 and $12 with shipping on top. But I will sell the beanie hats as well.
Guess so his knit hats are popping.
Yeah, the weekend before last, that's probably what bailed us out. Is we had so many beanie hats. They sold really well. It was a little colder, and they really bailed us out. The last weekend, this weekend, I don't know what it was. Something was off. But today has been pretty good. The day before that, but the beanie hats are doing really, really well. We sold some I can think of to look out for. We sold a Duff beer, like the Simpsons. Sold that one for like $27 today. It went at international. It's a good one to look out for on the beanie hats.
It says, what makes that Nike SB hat such a good hat?
They don't make a lot of SB stuff. It's harder to find. It's skateboarding, and it is 5-panel, and it's lightweight. It's in awesome condition, and the Nike SB stuff just usually has a higher sales price than a regular Nike hat. Most of the time, like a regular Nike SB hat in great condition is a $30 hat, $25 to $30. But this one being 5-panel and being the lightweight running style hat, just going to make it closer to $40 to $50, I would imagine. I'll look up the comps on it, but usually they're around $40 to $50.
Parksack Jack said the SB shoes are good also.
For sure, Nike SB. And skateboarding is just a great keyword whenever you can put it in there.
He's asking what our email is.
I'll put it in the description after I upload this video, but it's ffylfashion@gmail.com. But it's in my other videos as well in the description there. And I'll pin it to a comment here, and I'll put it in the description when after the video is over.
Gus said, a good time was had by all tonight. Thanks for opening the doors.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'll have my, wait. Mary said wait.
I heard you say you pick up blanks. Is there a better maker or does it matter for blanks?
Yeah, it matters. Youngin usually makes the best vintage hat. It's usually the best blank to pick up. And Youngin hats, they're not all made the same. Some Youngin hats will do better than others. But as a general rule, Youngin has the best blanks, that the vintage blanks people are looking for. Yeah, please thumbs up the video and let somebody know about our channel. We got to get to 1,700 subscribers. We're only 4 away. The more we keep growing, the more we can keep doing these and giving away free hats and keep growing the hat community out there, guys. Really appreciate you. We'll see you again. I'll put out a new video on sales on Monday, and then we'll try to do another live on Tuesday because I got another box coming in. So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. I'm good.